Hello everyone and welcome to Kat's message of the day. Do your fears, negative thoughts and self-talk take you out? Big question, hey? Do you focus more on your fears, the what ifs, rather than your goals? You've got this. To overcome fears, it takes focus, determination, passion, drive, and the deep desire down here, not just thinking you want it, feel that you want something at a deep level. When the fear overwhelms you and you can feel self wanting to give in, reassure out loud, say it out loud, you've got this. Break the challenge down into bite-sized chunks. Be sure that if it pushes you a little out of your comfort zone, consistently, it's got to be consistent. And over time, you can achieve whatever it is you want. Practice being comfortable with being uncomfortable. Someone shared that with me quite a few years ago and I never understood it. And now it's like, absolutely, I am comfortable being uncomfortable. It is my goal, and something that I have always done the last couple of years is always push myself out of my comfort zone, because that creates growth. A perfect example is 2 years ago, there is no way I would be doing what I'm doing right here, right now. No way. No way at all. Also, 4 years ago, there is no way I would have stood in front of people and public spoke. I was pushed into it. I had an opportunity and I ran a women's entrepreneur group. In that, I had to run events every month and I had to get up front and provide talks, put people on, but I had to get up in front of people and speak. Wow. If you hadn't known me 4 years ago, I would have said, I would rather die than get up in front of people. And I know it sounds very drastic, but that is honestly how I felt. The thought of getting up on stage, the fear overwhelmed me. The first night, if any of you were there that night, you'll remember my story was I thought I was going to pass out. I felt sick. I was hot. I would have done anything to get out of doing it. And in life, we all face challenges like that. However, when you want something bad enough, you know, if it's attaining something, you'll work harder to get the extra money to buy it. It's no different in life. That when you want something bad enough, and I mean, you got to feel it, not just think you want it. Like a lot of people put goals and they just think they want it. You got to feel it. Like it's something that I feel I wanted to get and do this, because to be able to share the information that I have on a much broader scale, seeing people face to face is quite limiting. So I knew 4 years ago, this was my intended goal of where I wanted to be. And of course, I've really gotten into it with bite-sized chunks. People have opportunities to presented themselves. And, you know, at the time I would have loved to have said, nah, not. Because the thoughts were overwhelming. But I went, Kat, you've got this. Just do it. Just do it. What's the worst that can happen? And that's something that a really good thing to go to is if an opportunity presents itself or you want something, go, work backwards and go, what's the worst that can happen? Are you going to die? Nah. Are you going to get sick? Nah. So really ask yourself the questions, because when you stop and get out of that heightened emotional state of the fear or the thoughts or whatever it is, and you stay balanced and you have the ability to look at that opportunity or that fear from a logical perspective, and then you ask those questions, you just go, it's ridiculous. As if I would rather want to die than public speak. Like, really? What's the worst that can happen? People are going to laugh at me? Now it's like, oh, well, I'm organic. I make mistakes. And you know what? I look at the perspective that if I've entertained you through something silly that I couldn't pronounce or I've got it wrong, great. It means to put a smile on your face. So that's a perspective that I look at now. And I hope that it gives you a little bit of an idea of if there is something you're wanting to achieve or something that you're fearful to do and your thoughts are taking you out, take a moment, take some breath, get into a balanced emotional state and look at it logically. Because that's what happens when we buy into our fears and our thoughts, is we lose that ability to look at whatever it is we're wanting to do from a logical perspective. So it's a brilliant message, and I love this message today, and it really just reiterates to me. There's one line I just want to repeat though. Practice being comfortable, being uncomfortable. So practice. Consistency. I commit to really pushing myself out of my comfort zone, sometimes every day, but I definitely have it as once a week. I must do something that enables me to grow. So that's the message for the day, which is a brilliant message. And by the way, if you're loving this content so far, I would be so grateful if you would subscribe to my channel and also click on the notifications bell for when I upload the next Cat's Message of the Day video. So the next thing I do is we go into the Angel Guidance book. I close my eyes and I'm guided to what page I need to share with you all. And I didn't do it at the beginning, but bear in mind, this is a collective group message. So if this does not resonate with you, that's okay, leave it. And if it does, take it on board and maybe do some of the exercises that I've shared with you. And always know that I'm always only share my perspective of things. This is no judgment. This is not an opinion. This is purely my perspective of how I see or feel about certain things. Dance. When you move your body, you elevate more than your heart rate. You also lift your mood and energy levels. You become more playful and alive. With your heightened spirits, your power grows too. This force, which will always possess and share with every individual, allows you to consciously manifest your dreams into existence. Make time to dance today. Turn on some music and begin swaying, letting yourself spontaneously express yourself with physical movements. If you're shy about your body, then try it alone, but with practice. There's that word. Your enthusiasm about the healing effects of this art form will become something that you'll want to share with others. This is the reason why so many ancient cultures revere this activity as sacred custom central to their spirituality. Dancing helps you regain a connection to your divine physical essence. Your body is an extension of your being, and it's important to honor it with your awareness. Your movements bring your consciousness forward in a very pleasant way. You'll learn what your graceful, attractive, and elegant qualities that the Creator endowed you with long ago. Recapturing the knowledge of these gifts help you shine even more brightly. Thought for today. I dance to the music both in my head and in my environment. I allow myself to sway in time with heard and unheard rhythms, and I express myself with my entire being. I give myself permission to feel joy in my body. That absolutely aligns, and maybe dance or just music, because music is wonderful therapy for so many people. But really, it's just a reminder that you can achieve anything. This just reiterates when you know, and if you didn't get the words, because I didn't beginning ask you to close your eyes and take a breath. So maybe just rewatch that section of the reading of the book and take a breath and close your eyes and just really absorb the words. They really do align with the message of going back to self and knowing really what you're capable of doing. Again, and it's just come to me that yesterday's was saying I can't, and today was about not allowing fears come in to hold you back. So there seems to be a theme. And today, once again, we're back to 2 cards. Clearly my guides and angels are really looking after me and wanting me to get a lot of messages out to you and give you value. So I'm sorry that, well, I'm not sorry, actually. I shouldn't say that. Please excuse that the videos are going a little bit longer. However, I do hope that you're getting value from these and that it assists you to move forward on your life's path and your life's journey. So the first card, which is the one that jumped out, reflections. That is something beautiful, because when we reflect, it's about identifying the fears and then maybe identifying the source of where those fears come from. So where are they stemming from? We don't just have fears for no reason. We have fears because they're attached to something. Something, it could be from our past, our childhood, a trauma, a pain. But when you identify where it's attached to, it assists you to rid that fear, and sometimes so much bloody faster. And clearly I don't know the alphabet today. Okay, we found it. Reflection. And if you'd like to close your eyes and take another breath, and I'll read the reflection card. It is time to reflect on what you have accomplished to date. Remember what you were like 5 years ago, 10 years ago. Look back and you'll realize just how far you've come. Acknowledge the experiences that have helped you get where you are. Hopefully, you will see that even painful or unpleasant events served a purpose. Everything turns golden with the passing of time, like autumn leaves that fall to the ground, filling the tapestries of our lives with beautiful colours. I am a massive believer that anything that has happened in my life I've taken a lesson from it. And as much as some of them were traumatic, I've really worked past all of that, and I've healed all of that pain attached to my traumatic events. And I've gone one step further and released all that trauma, all that emotional pain that's attached to those events, those traumatic events. And that's what enables me today to reflect back on what has happened in my life and look at it and go, you know what, I'm so grateful, because it really has impacted and made me who I am today. If I never experienced those, I wouldn't be the coach that I am. I wouldn't be the woman that I am. And I'm not saying it was bloody easy, and I'm not saying that this is for everyone, okay? Please, please, please know that I'm just sharing my journey with you, and it's not necessarily for everyone. I don't want anyone to get off this call or off this video and feel judged because they haven't released or they're struggling to find the lessons. I'm not saying that there is something for everyone to take away. Everyone is an individual, and I absolutely respect you. So the card that I pulled was Heaven on Earth. What a beautiful card. Okay, let's... Heaven on Earth. Once again, if you'd love to close your eyes, take a breath. Both heaven and hell exists on earth, but only in our minds. For both are created through our thoughts, actions, and intentions. This card is pointing to the fact that you have helped create a disturbing situation in your life by giving power to something that you did not have to give power to. Regardless of who or what is bothering you, the current situation can be transformed if you cease to give it power. I'm going to read that again. Oh, and my voice is gone. Regardless of who or what is bothering you, the current situation can be transformed if you cease to give it power. Focus on the positive, and instead of plugging into another's negativity, plug into the power of light and love. Send light and love to all concerned and visualize yourself energetically detaching from them. You can start to create heaven on earth right now by simply making love your focus. In doing so, you will attract loving people and situations into your life. It often is, it's really hard at times that we buy into other people's stuff. And I say that not intention, we don't intentionally do that. It's at a subconscious, and unintentionally their energy impacts us. And it's no different, and it's all about really, you know, we're talking about our fears, so there's a lot of negative energy. And if you surround yourself and you buy into other people's stuff or whatever is going around you in your environment that's negative, that's absolutely going to impact you with your fears, your thoughts. It's so important that we choose light rather than dark. We choose positive rather than negative. We choose happiness rather than sadness or drama. Because if you want to live your best life, it really does assist you to attain that by choosing where your focus goes, where your thoughts go, where your energy goes. And sometimes we're so busy that we're not even aware of that. And now, because with reflection, for those of you who aren't really sure, it's really what you can do is every morning I journal, and that's where I reflect. I really look back at the day before, I channel in messages. So are you giving yourself time just to think about things? Think about what's going on in your world. Oh, they're arguing, that's crap, they're having a blue, my boss is not having a good day, I'm not liking work. Are you looking at all areas of your life and really identifying what's not serving you positively and what's impacting you? What friends' energy is not aligned at your level? What friends do you go and see and you feel drained afterwards? You go, yeah, well, that wasn't, all they did was complain. Now, please, this is not about judging your friends, but what it is, it's about preserving your environment, preserving your emotional state of being, preserving your mindset. That's all this is. It's never about other people, judging them or having an opinion. When you look at self and go, no, you know what, I need to do this for me. I need to preserve all of those particular things I just mentioned, then it's not about them. And be comfortable in that. Because if you really do want happiness, if happiness is one of your goals, then you need to be aware and protect your external world, things that you cannot manage. But what you can do is manage your reaction to it, and you can manage your surroundings. So I've gone on far too long today. However, I knew that it was going to be a deep one, and a lot of things have come through with that. Take some time out today to do some writing or a brain dump, whatever word works for you. And remember the message. If you've got a goal and a clear vision of what you want your life to look like, then these are things that are very valuable and really important that you look at and evaluate in order to not only be the best version of you, but in order to live your best life. So for today, take care. And remember, if you loved this content and you'd like to see more of it, please subscribe to my channel and click on the notifications bell, because I really do appreciate and feel very blessed and grateful for your support with my channel as I endeavour to grow it this year. Take care, and please remember, you matter.